covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. It's time for Game 3 of the Gotta Get It Classic, and it takes us from the east to the west. Warren de La Salle taking on Rockford, the Rams. And this is a battle between a couple of teams that have had their time either in the past at state championship pedigree or in the future with the Rams, who are favored to make a big run.
Yeah, this Rockford team is really, really good. So the East Kentwood team that just rallied back to beat Renaissance in the game right before us, Rockford beat them by 25 last night. This is a Rockford team. Their only loss this year was to St. Mary's, Chad, and you know as well as I do, Rockford was in that game with St. Mary's until the better end. It's a really good team, and they're facing a De La Salle team that's in this weird spot where I know they've played a lot of good teams, but they're 3-9, especially with Phoenix Glassner. What the heck's going on? I'm curious to see what Rockford looks like, and honestly, I'm also very curious to see De La Salle because there have been De La Salle teams in the past that have started slow, quote unquote, and still made deep tournament runs. And this team still got the talent to do it, but they kind of got to figure it out sooner rather than later because right now, De La Salle at 3-9, coming off a loss at Toledo St. John's by double digits last night. They kind of got to start figuring it out.
They do, and they're not going to get much easier treatment down the rest of the stretch playing CHSL Central teams. It's a new program under Denaro Rice, first-year head coach. And look, it's going to take them some time to rebuild. They lost a couple guys late in the year, transferred out. I mean, look, Evan, it's a program that's dove before and come back and risen pretty quickly previously under Coach Jokai.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about De La Salle, as we get a look at a very good starting five for Rockford. They've got 3 senior starters, a couple of junior starters. There are some brothers on this team, by the way. You got the Bascom brothers of Jake and Josh and Eli Wolf, a talented freshman who comes off the bench. His sister plays on the girls basketball team. But getting back to De La Salle, so their coach, Coach Rice, told us getting ready for this event, hey, I want to play a tough schedule. I'm going to do that every year. That's why guys are going to come to De La Salle to play the best. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, that's great, but you got to win games at some point. And I have seen at various levels of sports where coaches try to play up to competition, and then their team also loses confidence in the process. So I'm very fascinated to see how De La Salle looks today, and we get a good look at Rockford, who's been one of the better teams in the state all year.
They really have. They have some youth blended with some veteran leadership as well. We'll get into that. This is the best player for De La Salle, Phoenix Glassner. And he floats it up and gives the first points of the night to the Pilots from Warren de La Salle.
It's an awesome early sign. That tells me Phoenix, after that loss last night, has been waiting to play for 16 hours now, and he's taking it on himself. We ain't losing this game. I am going to will us to win, whatever it takes.
He missed some time earlier this year with injury, and also coming over, he's a 2-sport guy with football. The Rockford Rams, who some have in the top 5 in the state. Good shooting team, and that's a big boy down low, the banker, Jake Bascom, one of the Bascom boys on this team.
Yeah, so you got the freshman Josh who will come off the bench, and Jake, the 6'5 junior. Bascom and Pitch, 2 big bodies down deep.
18 wins for their JV and varsity last year, Rockford basketball program. And a good defensive team. They give up just 48 points per game. This is Armani Portis, their number 2 scorer. And with 6 on the timer, they've got to hustle with Harris. Harris at the horn, and he won't get it off. That Rockford defense, as I mentioned, is something to speak of.
So it's not just the size with these guys. We talk about it in basketball a lot. You can be 6'4", 6'5", but you can look bigger, and they look bigger. Jake Bascom, 24. 6'5". This guy plays like he's 7 feet. Look at those arms.
Yes, sir. Brother on the same growth trajectory. There's a tip-in. Count it for Jake Bascom, who has a couple buckets at 6'5". He's a junior.
Already got a couple of offers from Grand Valley and Ferris. It's the type of game where you clip some stuff up, put it on film, and send it to big programs, because they respect playing De La Salle.
Yes, sir. 2 freshmen in the rotation. We'll see Eli Wolf and Josh Bascom will come off that bench. Dylan Gross the other way. Rockford by 2 and with it. Bascom on the perimeter. Up, under, right hand. Glasser, no good. And one out by Portis and the Pilots. Armani Portis into the paint. Left-hand shot by Spencer Scott, no good. In and out. But a solid look for the Pilots in that possession.
No, I was thinking the exact same thing, Chad. Solid look. You missed, okay, but if I get that look all day, I'm making that shot 8 times out of 10. So it's key for De La Salle, the guys on the 5 to start the game, and also whoever comes off the bench. Don't lose confidence. Oh, what a block.
And they'll lose the ball on the baseline as you get a look at Jason Harris, Braden Holder, Armani Portis, Spencer Scott, and Phoenix Glasner under first-year head coach Denero Rice, assisted by Mike Malkowitz and Gerald Stanfield. And their fine athletic director, Dan Roan, is in the house today. Rolled in, that's the point guard, Jason Harris, the senior. And he's tied this game up at 4. Pilots hanging early. Kick to the corner to Kuiper. No good. Offensive rebound. Stick back by Pitch. No good. We saw Lucas Pitch on the football field. Second chance for de Kuiper, and there's a foul on the floor before the shot.
So Spencer Scott's a big body for De La Salle, but he's only 1. Rockford's got 2. Pitch and Bascom, again, going back to the point about guys who look bigger than they are. 6'5" and 6'7", but they're playing like 6'10", 7 feet. This is a problem for De La Salle. Again, Chad, going down low to Bascom.
Bascom's been a problem, and they love him at Ferris and Grand Valley, and he's a Division II player. Just might grow into a bigger role at a bigger school. Glasner with a double team. Back to the point guard, Jason Harris. Baseline attack! Blocked, but right into the hands of Scott for the easy lay-in at 6'7".
That's the basketball gods making up for Scott's tough roll off a couple possessions ago.
Easy, patient push, Jake Bascom. He's been the story early. He's got 8 points. In fact, he's got all 8 points for the Rams.
Got to find something, Chad, to stop him because he's killing them. I mean, every single time it's where's 24? Get him the ball because they literally, De La Salle just does not have a body who can check Jake.
Eli Wolf, the freshman who already has Division II offers from Ferris State and more into the game. Also the freshman Josh Bascom, his bench brigade mate, and Ty Blystone, the senior at 6 foot. Portis, kick out to Holder. That's his specialty. Heels off, no. And the rebound pulled off by Eli Wolf, the 9th grader. Up to Bascom. The big boy can handle it. Euro step in the paint is good. How about Jake Bascom? All 10 for the Rams. Wow.
So someone in Jake's family or someone on the coaching staff needs to take this first quarter, chop up all those plays, send it to all the schools Jake wants to go to and says, this is one of the best programs in Michigan, and Jake is making them look like a CYO team.
Andy Bronkin was saying, stop it, Evan. Don't say that. How about the paint floater? Good. This is a good-looking Jason Harris and a fast start for him in the first.
I mean, look, De La Salle's hanging in this game. They can't stop Bascom, but no one else for Rockford scored.
That's fair. Josh Bascom, the freshman brother, says, we'll keep it in the family, but I'm going to change this trend. He'll try to add to the scoring tally. 2 shots coming up, blind right.
So you got the younger brother who's already 6'3". He's going to get to at least 6'6". His brother Jake's at 6'5". Probably still got a little more growing to go. Chad, conservative estimate, what do you think the grocery bill is in the Bascom household each week?
Each week?
Yeah.
$358.
At least.
Yeah.
How many gallons of milk?
I'd say 4.5 is the over-under.
4.5. So half of it just goes unused, or what do you think?
Yeah, it just goes unused. It's
All right.
carryover to the next week.
All right. See, me and my 3 brothers and our quote-unquote primes at home, yeah, we were like $300 a week and 3 gallons of milk, and we weren't as good of athletes as the Bascoms. So.
Oh, but Bridget was happy to serve you.
I'm sure she was. Still is.
Scott with a Glasser, no good. Rebound pulled off by the bench brigade and Bascom, the freshman. That's Josh. Kick, corner, baseline drive to Kuiper. Kick, corner, freshman 3, no. Junior Bascom missed it, and over the back. It's going to go on number 5. That's Eli Wolf, the freshman, with a boo-boo. It's just a 3-point game, 2:29 to go. How has De La Salle hung around in this?
You're reading my mind. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, if I'm De La Salle, right, coming off a tough loss last night, you got one guy on the other team who's going nuts in Bascom. We're hanging in this game. I got to get better looks. Feels like every bucket De La Salle today has come tough. Got to find a way to get Glasner some easy looks.
Holder, fine player. His brother had a great career here as well. Lyndon Holder. Glasner with a double team, gets it to Holder. Holder finds the big, down low. Shot was blocked. That's Jaden Pogiolo, a big who plays prime minutes off the bench, and they can't get it to fall from close range.
Well, that was all started because Rockford doubled Glasner. They've pretty much doubled him this whole first quarter. Rockford and Kyle Clo's coaching staff is very comfortable with, you know what? Phoenix Glasner's not going to beat us. Somebody else is going to have to beat us.
The Pilots say somebody else is going to have to beat us other than that Bascom guy, but it's his brother. Up to his old tricks. It's not Jake, it's Josh with a lay-in. Breaks the trend. Floater in and out, no good. Rebound pulled off by Lucas Pitch, a wide receiver on the football team.
It's a big wide receiver.
He is. Tall drink of water. Kick down low, laying good. Timeout, Denaro Rice will take it with them from East Kentwood. A run from the Rams has got him out in front by 7. This is their largest lead on this find down low.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening. Just a good time.
Today's event is brought to you by Gotta Get It, a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, physical and mental health. Gotta Get It facilitates programs and coordinates projects that provide opportunities for both youth and young adults across the state of Michigan, including Genesee, Kalamazoo, and Kent counties. So, what does De La Salle do, Mr. Stockton? They attack. You like this?
I love it. It goes back to what we were talking about a couple of minutes ago. De La Salle has to find ways to get better looks offensively. Everything is hard. Versus for Rockford, right, whether it be Jake or Josh, somebody named Bascom keeps getting easy looks. And that's a credit to Kyle Clo, the head coach for Rockford, right? He's putting them in good positions to succeed. De La Salle just has to find ways to get better looks. And they got to find a way to get Glasner some looks. He's been hounded by double teams all game.
This guy Harris has played a solid game so far. The best for the Pilots, 6 points. As my partner mentioned, no points yet for Portis, and just 2 points for Glasner. Left-hand dribble drive, find in the paint, that's Lucas Pitch. But the dish was from Gross, and that was a sick feed.
Well, it took us 17 points for someone not named Bascom to score for Rockford. Pitch is a heck of a player, too. At 6'7", he's long.
Almost made it a full quarter.
That would have been fun.
3-pointer for Phoenix, no, but a hold down low by Rockford as the aggressiveness from Delos Russell, an active 6'4" senior off the bench, helps out here.
And a good job by De La Salle, by the way, to get Rockford in foul trouble It's a 14th foul on Rockford. That'll help going forward.
Glasner committed to Toledo. This is Holder from distance. Short with a shot, fought for, and De La Salle will keep it thanks to the player of the first quarter, Jason Harris for the Pilots.
I mean, he's kept him in it, right? 6 points. Yep. Right now, De La Salle staring down the barrel of a 7-point deficit, but this is the type of possession that gets you back in the game. Working hard.
Sorry, partner.
You're good.
Shot clock is dark. Harris out to Phoenix. Pulls up, 17-footer, tough luck miss, no, stick back tap, no. But how about the reset from Pogiolo? 13 on the game clock, shot clock again is off. Glasner against De Kuiper. Kick, corner, Holder 3, Splash City at the horn. How about it? Big shot for Braden to draw this thing within a respectable 4-point margin.
De La Salle deserved a basket on that possession. They offensive rebounded it 3 different times, and Holder finally got one to drop. Credit to De La Salle battling hard at the end of that quarter.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. That's D. Rice, first-year head coach. Denaro Rice came over from North Farmington in the offseason, and he helped North Farmington go all the way to the state finals last year. He went to Arkansas Tech, who played pro ball in Europe for 10 years. Guy who's been an outstanding assistant trainer and a good leader of young men. He went to Southfield Lathrop High School, played on those great teams in the early 2000s. Denaro Rice now leading the pilot program, a rich basketball tradition. Laying good from down low, and that's the guy up to his old tricks. A common lay-in from Jake Bascom.
Rockford says, hey, it's been a while since we scored. Why don't we get the ball to Jake? That's usually a pretty good idea.
A safe call. And how about that quick answer by the Pilots?
I mean, Jay Harris has kept them in this game. How about 8 from the 5'9 senior? Someone's got to score for them while Phoenix Glasner gets going. I'm impressed by Jay.
Yep. Floater from the left mid-post. Dylan Gross with a fine touch from the paint. His first points of the night. He's got 3 dimes, though. How about that Harris dish? Swatted by Bascom. All alone, topside 3, Dylan Gross, Splash City. And Rockford grows the lead to its largest of 9.
Kind of surprised Coach Rice didn't call a timeout there. Rockford starting to grow this lead again.
Dangerous point. Delos Russell to Holder, rip drive, lays it up and scores it. Lyndon Holder, make it Braden Holder. Sorry, that's his brother. With the attack after he hit the 3. Nice little balance in his game.
Yeah, had that huge 3 to end the quarter. Love the fight from him.
Left block, Bascom with a reverse that was short. Harris on the run. Lob down low, big fella from the right block, scores it. Count it for Jaden Pogiolo, the 6'6 senior. And a big answer for the Pilots, who have just not backed down tonight from Big Bad Rockford.
I was just thinking, if I'm Coach Rice, I'm going, okay, clearly Rockford's got a lot of talent. Clearly they've got a team loaded with big men. I'm only down by 5 and Phoenix Glasner scored 2 points. Okay, game on. We got this thing.
No doubt. The tough competition, and as you said, iron sharpening iron. We'll see what they got going for the rest of this game. Today's game is proudly sponsored by Miller Johnson Attorneys, where the growth of Michigan is at the core of their practice. Located on 45 Ottawa Avenue in beautiful Grand Rapids. Good to be back to the west side of the state. East Kentwood, great suburb of Grand Rapids. I know you're fond of it. You're over here quite a bit. A little bit further south usually in Bronco land.
Yep.
But you're not scared of the west side. We might stay the night if things go right.
Really?
Yeah, or if things go bad.
Okay.
If things go good or bad, we might.
Right.
You never know.
It's true. There's always the threat of snow.
That's right.
Always. Even when it was sunny outside earlier.
There's a fouled three-point shooter from Phoenix Glasner. He's a classy young man. He will help up the fouled three-point shooter in Dylan Gross.
You can see that coming from a mile away, though, and I understand it. Phoenix is frustrated, but that's one of those fouls that happens when you're not scoring, and you're like, okay, they keep doubling me. I got to make something happen. I got to get a block. It's something, right? And then you foul the three-point shooter. I know it's hard, but in those moments, my scoring's going to come. I'm going to get some points here. Don't do things like that, because now you gave Rockford an opportunity to add potentially 3 points to the board when that three-pointer, by the way, was no good. So you were going to get a stop.
Yeah, it's a good point about the pressing. And sometimes you press in other areas. And that time maybe pressing a bit defensively. So the lead is back up to 8 with almost 6 to go in this first half. Rockford, who some have in the top 5 in the state of Michigan. The pilot leader tonight's been Jason Harris. Kick, corner, 3. Armani Harris, no good. Pitch with a rebound. Rams on the run for an offense that likes to play fast and play in transition. Nowhere to go in the paint. Kick out, right corner, 3. In and out, no. Big boy rebound by Portis. Missed by Gross. Glasner for his first bucket. Not there. Rebound, Bascom.
I don't hate that look, though. I mean, that's his shot, even though it didn't go in.
He's got to get going at some point.
Yeah.
Shooter's got to shoot. I don't have a problem with it either. Shot blocked out of bounds. Ball out of bounds, baseline right. A substitution. Pitch will check out. And the younger Bascom named Josh will check in. A 9th grader at 6'3". He's got it now. All alone, time and space for Gross, and that's a mistake. Splash City for number 4.
So Dylan averages 9.5 points per game this year. He scored 11 in the second quarter. 11! We spent all this time in the first quarter talking about the Bascom brothers. They scored the first 15, and now Dylan Gross saying, hey, I know Jake and Josh are good, but please pay attention to me. How does De La Salle leave him that open? I don't think Dylan has missed a shot the whole quarter.
Yeah, when they say pick your poison, he's one of the poisons. You got to cover him. Bascom high on the left to his big bro, who will lay it in. Boy, hot knife through butter. The brothers connect, and the lead has blossomed to its largest of 13 points. Foul on the floor, but Rockford's starting to run away.
And this is where it gets dangerous for De La Salle, because it is a team that's taken its lumps, that has lost a lot of games. So it's human nature here, after a loss last night with a 3-9 record, to see this happen and go, here we go again.
Yep. All the way Bascom to the hole. And he flushes it through for his 16th point. Rams force a timeout. 15-point lead with 4:21 to go.
Pretty remarkable what Rockford has done. That's a frustration and mental mistake on the inbound, and too easy for Jake Bascom. What a day. 16 already for the Super Junior.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Back to action. Evan Stockton alongside Chad Bush. Chase Kaufman, your engineer. Glasner attacks, and he's going to get to the free throw line and a chance to scratch the surface in the scoring column from the free throw line. He has 2 points in this game, my bad.
They've done a great job on him today, Chad. What they've done is slowly but surely made him frustrated. They flashed doubles. They've been physical. That's what you do against a really good player. Glasner's a heck of a player. He's going to go play at Toledo, one of the better programs in the MAC every single year. But he was operation number one on the scouting report. And understandably, Phoenix has become very frustrated with how this first half has gone.
All Catholic in 2 sports. All state in 2 sports. Off to Toledo. Toledo has hit up Detroit in the Detroit suburbs for some fine players and had success. Sonny Wilson amongst others. Bascom across the timeline. Back to his big bro. And now this is Eli Wolf, the freshman. He thought he carried, so did everybody else in the building. Bascom the other way. And Josh will barrel his way to the hole. And he'll get rewarded with 2 free throws. But what happened here?
So here's what I'm wondering, right? That was a carry. And then everybody stopped. Like, even Eli's going, I carried. So if you're the official, if everyone in the gym and the guy who probably shouldn't admit that he committed the foul, how do you not stop the play?
Denaro Rice wants to know the exact same thing.
Yeah. That was really weird.
Makeup call is coming. Do you believe in the makeup call? Should the makeup call be a real thing?
There's many ways to answer this. Do I think it happens? Absolutely. Should it happen? No. But does it happen? Of course. Okay. They're humans. Of course.
I think it's okay for a makeup call once in a while if it really needs to balance out.
So you're betting we get a makeup call here. We're getting a Rockford foul.
Yes.
All right.
Glasner trying to earn it somehow, some way. Kick, corner, Holder 3 again. No good. And the Rams knock it out of bounds there. Friendly fire.
All right, so if you're De La Salle, this now becomes, we can't let this become a blowout. So we're down 15, 3.5 to go. This has got to be single digits at halftime. One bite at a time here if you're De La Salle.
2 at Glasner, topside Portis, 3. They need it, they got it. Armani with a fresh J for 3.
I mean, look, De La Salle is still sniffing around in this game, and Portis and Glasner have combined for 7 points.
We'll see how they defend the bigs. Down low, the Bascom brother is fouled. Josh going up. Boy, he's aggressive for a freshman.
I just can't help but laugh right now. Coach Rice for De La Salle on every call is like, are you kidding me right now? I mean, what are we doing? That's a heck of a shot by Portis. They got to get complimentary scoring here, Chad, because as we've talked about, Phoenix Glasner's been frustrated all afternoon.
Free throw up and good for the lefty. Josh Bascom, he has 8 points in the game. And 4 of them have come from the free throw line. Make it 5. So the Rams back up by 14. 3:10 to go until halftime. Glasner looking against this defense. Man-to-man. Try to cut the floor in half. See some extended pressure at times. Glasner swatted out of there. That's Bascom Josh, who's been impressive and active.
He doesn't look like a freshman.
No.
Smart, stay down, then up, send that thing away. You could tell Glasner's pressing here. They got to get him a bucket.
Holder with 5 on the shot clock out to Portis. Portis pull up. Right elbow jumper is off the glass. Throw ahead, Bascom all alone, lay in, good. Bascom with 10, and there's, make it 11, and there's 3. Rockford Rams in double figures now. Corner 3, that's long, and that's from Harris. Offensive reset Holder. Back to Glasner, dead spot left 3. That's no good. Josh Bascom on the push. Ahead to DeKuyper. Kick, corner, 3, Wolf. The freshman couldn't get it to fall. 2 minutes left till halftime. Glasner fires up a 3 and fills it up. Big shot for Phoenix.
You could tell that whole time he got the ball. All right, I'm going to slow up. I'm going to get to my spot. Bang. That was beautiful.
It was certainly intentional. Pitch with a near travel. Finds the corner. Bascom for 3. Make it Ty Blystone for 3. A new source.
That's just an absolute killer if you're De La Salle. You come down, you get the 3, just get a stop, and you can't. Man, Rockford's been impressive.
3 returning starters and 2 freshmen for this Ram team. A very good shooting team, and they're shooting better than 61% in this game. Bascom attacks and resets. Eli Wolf, a highly touted freshman with it against the senior Portis. Force up no good, but the tap out by Pitch, and the corner 3 is a dagger again by the same guy. That's Ty Blystone.
Those 2 threes may have won the game for Rockford. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but De La Salle had it down to 13. Needed a stop, didn't get it. 2 huge threes.
Glaster for 3, no. And a mistake foul by DeKuyper, who claps his hands 3 times. And a great setup by Phoenix, the future Toledo Rocket, for that 3-point attempt.
DeKuyper trying to be as close as he can on the closeout, but once again, that's another one where you can sense that the foul was coming. If I'm De La Salle, I'm about to go to the locker room in 40 seconds and go, someone needs to give us the magic potion, man. Someone's got to give us the answer, because I can understand why they're frustrated. This is not a bad team. This is a very talented team.
Do you got any of that pixie dust left? You had some at the holidays. I don't know if you
Pixie dust?
Yeah, pixie
You're saying
dust.
I should have some holiday cheer and give them to De La Salle? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you said if there's any magic potion left.
They're looking for some. And I get it. Like, they've been playing all these tough teams. They're not losing to whoever you want to name. They're losing to outstanding competition, but still, you got to start winning some ball games. And at some point, it just becomes really, really frustrating. And I get it.
More to come after this. It's the second half of this tournament. Muskegon and Brother Rice, followed by Northview and Warren Lincoln, and then East Lansing at Orchard Lake St. Mary's in the nightcapper. The free throws are both made by Glassner. Pilot defense that could use a stop here. Pitch, pass out 3 again, not this time. Off the mark from Blystone, but an offensive rebound and a reset and a fresh 20.
And very smart. As soon as they got that rebound, the coaching staff all put their arms up like traffic cops. Stop! Slow down. We're not letting De La Salle get another shot this half.
Shot clock's dark, 8 seconds left. Wolf, the freshman, handles it from the left hand, up off the glass and gets fouled, despite not getting the shot to fall.
It's a talented team, man. And they're young. They do have 3 senior starters, but they've combined for 2 points. It's been the Bascoms, who are both not seniors, combining for 27 points in this game. Ty Blystone's got 6. Eli Wolf, the freshman at the line, has showed off the ability. It's a good team.
Really balanced. So Wolf makes them both. 1 second left. Holder at the horn is short, and that's how we go to the break. A Ram run that gets them up as high as 19 points. And in the end, it's a 17-point lead for the Rockford Rams, led by 3 in double figures at the break. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Gotta Get It is a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, and physical and mental health. We aim to cultivate resilience in youth and young adults so that they are equipped to be the change we need in our communities. We facilitate programs and coordinate projects that provide opportunities for young people to explore their interests, learn useful skills, cultivate social capital, and develop leadership skills in accordance with our mission to create a sense of urgency to accomplish unforeseen goals without making any excuses.
Daughter, it was the opportunity for her to get the hands-on experience in the kitchen.
It really refuels his passion. He's cooking every day, all day. Every time they make something, he comes home and makes it all over again.
Welcome back to the Gotta Get It Classic. We're here with Taylor McLean, the program coordinator and creative director of the Gotta Get It Classic. What's it like to be a part of something so special now in its 6th year?
I think it's like, I don't know, just surreal that people have put so much time and work into it, and just to see it grow, you know. This is my 2nd year being able to attend and be able to, I don't know, pour into the mission of it. And I think it's nice to be a part of something that's bigger, that's going to continue to get bigger. So,
what was sort of the angle this year? Maybe a different angle in this 2nd year that you guys tried to attack and have a little bit more a part of this program?
I think it's just being a little more proactive when it comes to marketing and making sure we're reaching out to the new talent, the fresh talent, what's coming in, and, you know, making sure we're giving them that honor, that spotlight that they deserve for all the hard work they put in. So I think that was one of the angles that I thought they focused on.
This is something where you got to be really organized.
Yeah, for sure.
You were brought on a couple years ago because you're really organized, and you need it for a tournament like this.
So many moving parts.
I can imagine. What's it been like managing this, and when does it start?
Oh, man. So it starts after we finish this one, we start again. So it's year-round, you know, like this is, I mean, to some people, this is the championship of, you know, like the end of your event. So it's kind of like, oh, well, but you start right back over in the beginning. So
24-hour rule.
Right, 24-hour run. And I think it takes so much work, especially if you want to continue to better it, you know, and grow. So,
Mike and Tetrick, what makes them such great leaders of events and of young people?
I think their passion, you know, and then their commitment, but also they care. You know, they care about the next generation. They care about the current generation. They care about, you know, making sure people are in positions to grow, regardless if it's with their company or with your own company. Yeah. So I think that's my biggest privilege is working with them. And they're great partners in themselves. So
they are. Well, listen, thanks for having us around. Appreciate you coming on and explaining your role and what makes this thing great. It's people behind the scenes like you doing good work. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That's Taylor McLean of the Gotta Get It Classic, the creative director and the program coordinator, doing great things. We continue on and roll on at halftime here on the Prep. We're back in a moment right after these.
What's up, everybody? I'm Merritt Aldrink at Indiana State University. I went to Zeeland West High School. I just wanted to get on here and say you guys got to pop out to the Gotta Get It Classic at East Kentwood. Best players in the state, top competition, top teams in the state. If you want to see good, high-level basketball, you got to make it out there. I mean, last year my team, Zeeland West, we played Cass Tech. And it was a pretty close game for most of the game, but we ended up pulling away at the end. My favorite memory from that game was, I mean, there's too many to count, but probably just being out there, winning by 20. I think it set us up for the rest of the season. So make sure you guys make it out to the Gotta Get It Classic at East Kentwood High School.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some.
The Gotta Get It Player of the Game is proudly sponsored by the Greenbrier America's Resort, a world-class resort and national historic landmark set among West Virginia's majestic Allegheny Mountains. The Greenbrier America's Resort. Today's matchup between Rockford and Warren de La Salle is also brought to you by Superior Asphalt, your local West Michigan paving company providing service beyond the surface since 1983. Give them a call at 616-451-3200. Welcome back to East Kentwood and the Gotta Get It Classic. It's Game 3 And it finds us with Warren de La Salle and Rockford. And the Rams have had their way in this game, but really something happened special in that second quarter to get them out to a 31-point, 8-minute frame.
That was a heck of a second quarter. And you know, it was really because the Bascom brothers, who were awesome in the first quarter, took a bit of a back seat. Dylan Gross scored 11. They got pitch involved, Blystone involved. But overall, I mean, how can you not be impressed by the Bascom brothers in this game? Jake's got 16, Josh has got 11. Jake's got offers from Division II programs. So does Josh. I mean, these are two very, very talented players, and you could just see the frustration for De La Salle. We've talked about how it's been a frustrating year. They've lost a lot of close games to good teams, and this feels like the type of game where it's just all, unfortunately, unpiling out for De La Salle. There's still time, but 17 points down at halftime is a lot to make up.
Glassner was stuck on 2 points. He had 8 of their last 10. Is he the obvious answer, the guy who needs to get going more?
Yes, but if they're going to come back in the game, it just can't be him, because you know if all of a sudden Phoenix scores like 5 points in a row, Rockford's going to go, okay, that's enough, and they'll double him. So they're going to need Holder to hit some threes. They're going to need Portis to make something happen, and they got 8 points from Jay Harris in that first half. They need a little bit of everything from everybody, and they got to play good defense because, again, 17-point lead in a high school game, that's a lot to make up.
Second half coming up right here on the Prep. Back after this.
Gotta Get It is a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, and physical and mental health. We aim to cultivate resilience in youth and young adults so that they are equipped to be the change we need in our communities. We facilitate programs and coordinate projects that provide opportunities for young people to explore their interests, learn useful skills, cultivate social capital, and develop leadership skills in accordance with our mission to create a sense of urgency to accomplish unforeseen goals without making any excuses.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. The Rockford Rams 9-1 on the year. 3-0 in league play. The only blemish in that record is a loss at St. Mary's, or against St. Mary's, in their game at Clarkston. But look, big school, 2,500. State champions in 2003, runners-up in 2012. How about Michael Riddell? You recall him, the guy that played at Western Michigan his final 3 years after starting at Cleveland State. And it's a strong Rockford program. They've got great athletics, and they've got a community that really cares, too.
They call them the University of Rockford because of how big their school is and the type of facilities that they have. Yes, football has been really good for a long time, but on the hoop side, let's please not sleep on the girls team at Rockford, which won the state title in 2023, beating West Bloomfield, who's the favorite every year, the last handful of years in Division III. Made the semis twice and lost to West Bloomfield those years. No shame in that. So we were talking earlier about how at Byron Center now there's this expectation you've just got to be good at everything. At Rockford, specifically on the hoop side, the boys are probably going, man, the girls are really good like every year. We got to start holding up our end of the bargain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have. And they're doing it this year. Already 4 players make it 5 with either Division II or Division III offers. And you know what? You'll say, oh, well, Division II, Division III. You can win a lot of high school games with multiple players playing Division II, Division III, Division NAIA. I mean, look, it all counts, and these are next-level players.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding? I mean, I'm watching the Bascoms here going, there's got to be some school at the Division I level that's going, I see the potential there. I'm going to snap him up before somebody else does.
Yep. So, Holder and De La Salle, now Glassner, the top scorer in the first half with 10. Holder for a 3, that would have helped off the mark for the senior guard. and the three-point shooting specialist. That's De Kuiper, kick to the corner. That's Gross for three. He got it again. Gross with 14 in this game, and he's hit a few triples.
He's been awesome. I think he's missed one shot the whole game. He's been fantastic.
Right elbow shot short from Phoenix. Bascom with a big boy rebound and clear out. Ahead to De Kuiper, Euro step, reverse no. And to fight for the rebound and the tie up. And the jump ball will stay right here. De Kuiper to trigger. De Kuiper's committed to Calvin College. Near steal Glassner, now he has a steal. Attacking all the way, shot in and the foul. That's Phoenix Glassner, the Toledo commit. On the run and playing through contact.
Did it both ways, Chad. He stole it on the one end, and he was not going to be denied on the other end. That's really cool. It's great to see somebody like Phoenix who, like his team, has to be frustrated. Did anyone think De La Salle was going to be 3-9? Of course not. But Phoenix, in this second half, I think he's going to be like a bull in a china shop, man. He's going to be wrecking some stuff.
Completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Now De La Salle with a little 1-2-2 press. Pitch passes into the hands of Armani Portis. So back-to-back steals. Pilots defensively turning things up. Portis on the fadeaway. Cleaned up by Rockford. That's Isaac Poot in the paint. Lays it in. Poot and paint seem to go together.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I like the work by the officials, too. Spencer Scott was trying to sell the call. They said, we ain't buying what you're selling. That's two.
Yeah, a little more focus this year on the flops. If you flop, you're not going to get rewarded. It's been a point of contention this year. Feed to the post. Spencer Scott. Kick out to Portis for three.
Oh, they threw it right back to him.
2-on-1. Portis Glassner. Rip drive. Lost it. Had it stripped. 2-on-1 the other way. That's a reverse, and that's a fancy finish for Jake Bascom, the junior, at 6'5", who has offers from Grand Valley, Saginaw Valley, and Ferris State.
Telling you, after this game, someone's going to have to clip up a lot of these highlights and send them around. Jake Bascom could be making himself some money with the way this game's been played today.
You bet. Seems a little longer than that 6'5". I'd like to know the wingspan on that young man.
It's long. That's my scientific diagnosis. Long.
That's deep. Top side three in and out. Hey, he passes the eye test.
Amen. Amen.
Trying to post him up. Nothing home. Left hand lay and attack. Tough pop out. And pitch will reset it. The fresh 25. Baseline cut off. Bascom with a spin, twirl, and a reverse. And he's just putting out a clinic here today.
It's been awesome. He's been awesome. I mean, look, he's still a junior, so there's more time for people to learn about him. But if you're watching him for the first time today like I am, you can't help but be impressed.
Scott saves it. Back top side to Harris. Over the back, Scott got busted. Or did they get Rockford? They did. My bad. They'll get Jake Bascom on the foul over the back.
I don't know if we can get a shot of this quick, but there is a Brother Rice Warrior on the De La Salle bench for some reason, for the first and only time in human history.
Could have been a trade to be named later. Shot up and good, and the foul. And the hits just keep on coming. Rockford feeling comfy on the road.
Yeah, Poot's going to go to the line for the and one here. Through the contact, got Glassner reaching, and that's too easy.
Well, it could be CHSL Central Love. They're on the road. Hey, a comfortable friend.
Yeah, watch the middle of your screen here. So you see that guy in the orange shorts? That's a Brother Rice Warrior getting taped up before their game against Muskegon in about 40, 50 minutes.
It's a communal effort.
I just think it's funny, yeah, seeing a Brother Rice guy on the De La Salle bench. It's like seeing a Shamrock on the Eaglet bench. You know, it's a little weird.
It is. Not something you see too often, and now he's out of here. Oh, he just used her for the athletic trainer. It was an athletic training moment.
There he goes.
Gone, there he goes, just like that. Here today, gone tomorrow.
I did notice, by the way, that not a single pilot looked in his direction. Not a single pilot, smacked him on the butt, said hello. We ain't talking to you right now, man.
They also didn't kick him off.
Well. That's right. That's true.
Him off the
Can you imagine? They're like, hey, don't do that over here. Go somewhere else.
Go get taped up in your own stinking lineup, your own stinking locker room. So Portis line right. 4.5 left in this third quarter. The Rams have taken control. They're up 25. This is the margin they won by last night against East Kentwood, who just knocked off Renaissance. So free throws were split. Bascom show and go attack, lay in good. And this young man can finish at the hole. 22 points with 6 rebounds for Bascom. Long with a shot, rebound scooped up by Eli Wolf, the freshman. Throw ahead to Blystone. Patient, paint, presence, and finish.
If I'm De La Salle right now, as obviously this game has gotten away from us, I'm taking a deep breath. I do not look at the score the rest of the game, and I go one possession at a time. Like that. Good drive by Glasner.
Glasner again. The attack of the score. Did they call a foul or just a timeout?
I think they got a quick timeout, which is tough to imagine because Glasner kind of got hacked down there.
Yeah, it was tough to hear. It was a quick timeout. But no foul on the play. Coach Kyle Clow, he grew up in Corunna, coaching family. His dad was a football coach and a wrestling coach. He said, son, after watching you wrestle, you better be good in hoops, because you're not very good at wrestling. He said, all right, I'll just go run coaching and basketball. And he did it. He's in his 9th year here at Rockford, 14th year as a varsity coach, spent some time at Seymour High School and his alma mater, Corunna. And he's a teacher at Rockford. And he made the state semifinals as a starting point guard for Corunna. And guess what? Rockford was the one of the other 3 schools that remained in that Final Four. So he got a taste of Rockford early in life, and it come full circle as he's now in his 9th year.
That is a very small world thing, right? You're at the President Center, and you see one of the schools that wins the whole darn thing when you're trying to win the whole darn thing, and fast forward a few years later, and you're coaching there, you're working there. That's pretty cool. And that type of stuff does happen in life, and it makes you smile.
So, layup good. That's the other Bascom, Josh, who soon won't be known as the other Bascom with that kind of skill set. Glasner, meanwhile, starting to take over for the Pilots, albeit too little too late.
I don't know what they fed these Bascom brothers growing up, but keep feeding them, because they're pretty good at basketball. I mean, they've been a 2-man wrecking crew, Chad, and we could see it from the opening moments of the game that they were going to be a problem.
He's offered by Ferris State as a 9th grader, and if you're Andy Bronkema and Ferris State, why not, right? Why not go after both brothers who are bigs, try to bring them as a pair? Meanwhile, De La Salle will go to their bench. Alex Sabal will check in, the 6'4" junior glue guy off the bench, a bit of a bruiser type guy. A guy that could help in the paint in this game, perhaps. Also into the lineup, Eli Tucson, a 9th grader. He wears number 5. Wolf for 3. The freshman is short. And the fight for the rebound is won out by Rockford as it slipped through the hands of Eli Tucson, the freshman.
So we've gotten to the part of the game where you're about to learn a lot about both these teams. The game has gotten away from De La Salle, but what fight will they show? And if you're Rockford, keep executing. Don't let up. You're going to bring in some guys off the bench. These are big minutes for a lot of guys.
Including this guy, Wolf. It's a handle on the baseline. Foul's going to go on Phoenix Glasner. Rockford playing out of the OK red, and that is a Bascom drive and finish. The freshman with 15 points. The drive and kick back to Phoenix. Can't fill it up, fight for the rebound, and it will stay here and off of the freshman, Josh Bascom.
Love the effort there by Tucson for St. De La Salle. Again, we're learning a lot about both these teams down the stretch. He's going to show me some fight. If I'm the De La Salle coaching staff, whoever shows fight here gets bigger minutes the rest of the season. Good fight from the freshman Tucson.
Opportunities. Portis with a fine feed, left block, Sabaw, offensive foul. Standing in to take the charge was Chase Pitch.
Another brother, by the way. So we've got the Pitch brothers, we've got the Bascom brothers. It's all coming together for Rockford.
Good call. Get a look at the charge. Yeah, they're Irish twins, Chase and Lucas. Salama Gemma. Jake Bascom getting loose again. He's got 24 points in this game.
Off a sweet inbounds pass. Quarterback found the open man on the fly for the touchdown.
A lot of touchdowns for Coach Cunningham and the Rockford Rams. The last decade at least. Good program that we called in week 1 against the state champion Castech Technicians. Splash City for Armani Portis. Portis now in the game with 7 points to go with his 3 rebounds.
Do you think watching that Castech team week 1, you were watching a future state champion?
No, I really didn't. Nope. I give so much credit to Marvin Rushing for molding that team into what they were. They had some pieces, we knew that.
Yeah.
But did I see a team that was going to go? No, not at all. But that's, you know, that's what happened. And Coach Cunningham, great coach as well.
Coach Rushing needs to get more credit. I mean, look, Castech's always going to have talent. Oh, man, what a shot by Portis. But Castech's always going to have talent in football. But the way that every single year, not only do they win games, but they're well coached, he does a great job.
Lob play works. Bascom finishes it. De Kuiper's pass was a bit off tilt, but Bascom had his back the other way. It's a lay-in for Delos Russell, the senior guard.
Again, this goes back to what we were talking about. This is where it gets tricky if you're Rockford because you're up by so much. Don't let De La Salle get right downhill. These games turn into kind of up and down, and I get it. But if I'm Rockford, I'm still trying to play my game, even with the lopsided score.
Yep. That's Gross with the bucket. Second high score in this game. He's got 4 dimes. You mentioned that stretch he had in the second quarter. Corner 3, Holder hoists one into the rafters and down. Good touch by the senior Braden Holder. Shot clock start, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Drive kick, Isaac Poot. Back out to De Kuiper, who attacks and scores. 1 second left, and the pass is to Chase Kaufman, who's busy directing. The Rams with a 74-49 lead at the end of 3. Evan and I are back to deliver the final goods in the fourth. Thanks for watching the Gotta Get It Classic on the Prep.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
That's the Pilots of Warren De La Salle, state champions under John Jokai. in 2022. And a great rich tradition. Of course, Mike Poplawski, Pep, the great Spartan and Sacramento King, saved Bobby Hurley's life in a car accident. Fouled going up. That's Eli Wolf on the run. The fresh man at 14 years old goes line left.
I didn't know that fact about saving her. Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
You know what I read about recently? I read this great book about Bobby Hurley's seniors, high school basketball teams in New Jersey.
St. Anthony.
Yeah, which just led learning so much about why his kids act the way they do. Because I'll be honest, Dan Hurley's an amazing basketball coach, but I also always kind of wondered, why does he act like that? Well, because his dad acted exactly like that, and he was the greatest high school basketball coach of all time.
As hard-nosed can get. Portis has really come alive in the second half, and the kid cans another from 15. Pilots not going away, still down 24, just underway in the fourth quarter. Portis in this game now with 10 points, second high in scoring. By the way, yesterday in the game and the win for Rockford over East Kentwood, it was a 9-point performance for Bascom in that game. So he's come out on fire with a little different energy level in this game.
And if you don't think Rockford playing De La Salle wanted to prove something and guys like Bascom wanted to put out a show, of course they did. And proof's in the pudding. Rockford's been amazing today.
Well, we got a list of games coming up that's pretty special. You don't want to go anywhere. Muskegon and Brother Rice will go down after this. A couple of teams in the top 5 in the state of Michigan. And you look down below that, and we're not falling off much at all because Northview and Warren Lincoln's going to be an absolute brawl and a fun match to watch. And East Lansing and Orchard Lake St. Mary's will not disappoint in the nightcapper.
I can't decide what's the best game. You got Muskegon, Brother Rice, 2 top 5 teams. You got Northview and Warren Lincoln, who Abe's won the whole thing last year. Northview is littered with talent. And then the nightcap before the season, if you didn't pick St. Mary's to win the whole thing, you pick East Lansing. So those are 3 great games.
Yep. Glassner from 15 heels out. Rebound by Chase Pitch. Throw ahead to the freshman Eli Wolf, who finishes the assignment. Wolf with just 5 points in this game. Portis for 3, no good.
So that's not a good shot. Again, I get it. You're down by a lot if you're De La Salle, but that's not a smart shot.
Yeah, I agree. Southpaw triple, no good for Chase Pitch. Throw ahead Glassner. He'll take it himself and lay it in. Phoenix with 19 to go with a couple of assists and a couple of rebounds. He's got 4 fouls, though. Something to keep an eye out for. Eli Wolf creates his own shot, and that's why they like the freshman Eli Wolf so much.
Rockford's going to get to 100 points, aren't they? I mean, they are the definition of efficient. 64% from the field. 11 of 14 on free throws. 4 turnovers in the game. They're putting out a clinic.
Highly efficient. 3 ball, no good, but there's a push down below. Don't go anywhere. The foul's on number 5. That's Eli Tucson, the guard for the Pilots of Warren De La Salle. And D. Rice is going to go to his bench.
I mean, if you told De La Salle before the game, hey, 5:46 to go in the fourth quarter, we're going to have 53 points. They'd probably go, okay, maybe we're not winning, but we're only down by like 5 points, all right, 4 points. Well, they're down by 27 because Rockford has played the offensive game of the season. This has been scintillating to watch.
A show-and-go kick from Blystone to the top side. 3, no good. Big boy rebound by the freshly checked-in Jaden Pogiolo, the 6'6 senior.
Chad, by the way, this already for Rockford is the most points they've scored in a game all season.
Oh. They've had it all going tonight. And excuse me, we both got the sneezies.
It's all good.
Did I sneeze on you?
No, you didn't.
Sorry if
I mean,
did.
everyone in here is sneezing and coughing.
I know.
Something's up in this gym.
There is something up in this gym. I mean, it feels good. It looks good.
Oh,
but
it's great.
It's that pixie dust. You left it out of your locker.
I did. And that's it. We've solved it. I am so sorry. I will bring it next year. But for this year, we just have to suffer together.
How about that move? He's a freshman. Eli Tucson. He's shown some things. Hoop in the harm.
So this for Eli, and I'm kind of speaking from experience here in sports, you think these minutes don't matter and they're just playing out the string. To that I say BS. This matters to Eli. This guy's been working his tail off in practice. He wants more minutes, and guess what? He gets minutes against one of the state's best teams, and he gets a shot to show the entire bench and the coaching staff, I got to play more once we get back to Catholic League games. This means the world to Eli, and it's fun to see him succeed.
Yeah, and it could translate. Like you said, more minutes, nothing left. Nonetheless, you're still playing hard late in a game that's lopsided, and that also speaks volumes.
Yeah, it says a lot to the coaching staff. Like, I don't care what the score is. I'm not giving up.
Yep. Rip, drive, kick, corner, Blystone. You've been dancing with Mr. Blystone. How about it, Splash City? And a whistle and a foul on Rockford.
I know there's a lot of De La Salle fans watching this game who hate the score and are frustrated by the score. But if you're a Rockford fan watching, or you're just a neutral observer like we are watching, how can you not be impressed with Rockford? The way they've moved the ball, the way they've been balanced, the way that they've hit these open shots. I mean, this sure looks like one of the better teams in the state to me. And they were billed as that coming in.
4 now in double figures. Blystone, the latest to join that cool club. He's got 11. Dead spot right, 3, rim off, no. Rebound ripped off by Riley Wells, who's checked in. Show and go Bascom, kick, corner, lefty 3, Splash City. That's Chase Pitch, the junior at 5'11", and the lead is up to a clean 30 points.
And the thing about all these shots they're making, they're not forced shots. It's not like they have a Lucky Rabbits fight.
Right.
These are all good looks, and they just are making them.
Free-flowing offense, a lot of motion in Coach Klaus has a lot of the Jay Wright Villanova offensive principles we've carried over. They like to play fast, but that doesn't mean getting bad shots, as you mentioned. Playing fast just means with greater tempo.
I'm sitting here racking my brain going, when's the last time Rockford took a bad shot? A rush shot. A shot that didn't feel like their shot. I don't know if they've taken one all game. I mean, again, these numbers. There are 4 minutes to go in the game. They've scored 86 points, which is 10 points over the previous season high of 76. Scored that against Grand Haven last week on the 3rd. They're nearly 50% from 3. Rockford 7 of 16. They're 63% from the field. Oh, by the way, they've only missed 3 free throws. They've turned it over 4 times. I mean,
check, check, check.
Yeah, this is one of those games where, as the Rockford coach, you're almost like, man, I know I'm a coach and I can pick out some stuff, but like when we go watch film, what am I going to say? I mean, seriously.
And they're coming off a win last night over East Kentwood that they made look like a walkthrough, winning by 25. And we saw what East Kentwood could do today when they knocked off Renaissance, who's in line to win the regular season title in the PSL. A nice duck in, up and under, Chase Pitch, who's shown a little bit from the outside and from the inside.
I don't think they missed a shot the whole 4th quarter. This is great. They want to get to 100, man, I'm telling you. They want to get to 100 points.
Can they do it?
At this rate, I'm not doubting them.
All right. De La Salle regathers and resets with Jaden Pogiolo. Harris with 9 on the timer. Back to the freshman Tucson. Rip drive, Martell lost it. Chase pitch, feeds it underneath. Ball lost on the deck, little sloppy, a little steal, and a quick score.
Even when they make a mistake, they immediately get the steal. I mean, this is just a magical afternoon for the Rockford Rams against a program in De La Salle that's been one of the best in the state for a decade. Wow.
Wells is the 10th Ram to check into the scoring column. Missed shot short. Pitch ahead, corner, Eli Wolf. Rainbow 3 from Rockford, no good. And the rebound cleaned up by Martell the 4th. Harris the other way to reset. Pogiolo in the post, around 2. Banks it up and gets 2 shots to come. They'll get pitched with a foul as the Rams have reached 90 in East Kentwood with 2.5 to go.
Remember, we got another Catholic League school coming up. Brother Rice against Muskegon, and then St. Mary's in the nightcap. That 5th game of the day going to be great too. Warren Lincoln back at full strength against Grand Rapids Northview. Western Michigan guy, Brady Swartz on that team. Cam Ryan's a great player. It's going to be a good game.
Some bangers. Left wing 3, that's off. That's Harrison Snowyink. And the second chance on the set, no good. Ball's going to stay here. The Rams are in another possession. Shooting better than 61% in this game. As Evan told you, just a sharp. A lot of that comes from shot selection, right? I mean, getting the right shot, being unselfish, being willing passers.
And that says a lot about the group. I mean, Jake Bascom has scored 26 points in this game, but all these guys have been active. You've said it. There's 10 different guys who have scored, shared the ball. It's been really, really fun to watch for Rockford.
We see defense here from Tucson, and now we see defense from the freshman Wolf, and we see defense again from Tucson. And now we see defense again from Wolf.
Can someone hang on to the ball for 3 seconds?
Sabal with a drive, and the rejection gets it back, scores it, and a foul. That's Martino Haywood, who's checked in off the bench, the 5'9" junior, fighting his way for the hoop and hard.
Love the effort, not quitting. Guys on both teams getting minutes that maybe they didn't think they'd get in this game. Haywood, another guy who may be earning a little more time in the rotation here. Good stuff.
Yep, kind of that backup point guard role. Free throw missed. Rockford the other way. 100 seconds left. Right wing 3 short for Rockford. They'll get another shot on this trip. And Wolf now with 80 seconds can just dribble this thing out. Shot from short, no good. Going down hard was Riley Wells.
He's getting up, thank goodness.
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
Unfortunately, Chad, I don't think Rockford's getting to 100.
No. Well, this young man's going to keep getting some kudos from you. I know you like Eli Tucson quite a bit.
Oh, he's worked so hard in this 4th quarter. I think he's earned himself more minutes once De La Salle gets back to Catholic League play. Road doesn't get any easier, by the way. You know who they have up next?
St. Mary's.
No, that would be UAD. Top team in the state on Friday.
Yowzers.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked and the weary. Shot up, no good. And that'll go back the other way. G of the game is coming up after this one's all said and done. Pretty obvious who that's going to be. There's a lot of choices.
The whole Rockford team. No, it should be Bascom, but of course it should be. What an effort, Chad. I mean, this is a Rockford team. I'm sure there's going to a lot of people watching back this game, looking at the score and going, whoa, that's a team we could see at the Breslin Center. That was pretty good stuff from Rockford here today.
Big time win, 92-63 over the Pilots of Warren De La Salle. We'll come back with our G of the game as this one's officially final. Game 3 in the books from the Gotta Get It Classic.
My time to shine. Got it, splash!
And that will put some gauze on it.
lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Daughter, it was the opportunity for her to get the hands-on experience in the kitchen.
It really refuels his passion. He's cooking every day, all day. Every time they make something, he comes home and makes it all over again.
Gotta Get It is a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, and physical and mental health. We aim to cultivate resilience in youth and young adults so that they are equipped to be the change we need in our communities. We facilitate programs and coordinate projects that provide opportunities for young people to explore their interests, learn useful skills, cultivate social capital, and develop leadership skills in accordance with our mission to create a sense of urgency to accomplish unforeseen goals without making any excuses.
We're back with our G of the game, and tough choices all around, but this guy stood out. And it's Jake Bascom, 13 of 16 from the floor, 26 points. You were a man on a mission tonight. I mean, you were just taking it, attacking offensively, play with a lot of confidence, especially coming on a back-to-back performance for you. Talk about your game here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, do what we do, get the ball down the post, find our advantages, and I owe it to my teammates. They got me the ball, and I found them when we needed to.
This was a De La Salle team that, of course, has some great pedigree. You guys are that kind of new kid on the block looking to get to the top. What was it like playing against the De La Salle team, a team from the east side of the state?
Yeah, man, they were tough. They had some nice scores, some good players, and I think we really let up a little more points than we liked. But yeah, we were locked in, and yeah, I thought we played them well.
And if it wasn't one Bascom scoring, it was another. What's it like playing with your brother Josh, who had 15 points tonight?
Man, it's awesome. Yeah, it's fun to share the court with them, and he's playing great.
So many weapons for you guys. What's the outlook? Just the one loss to St. Mary's. You know you can go toe-to-toe with anybody. How do you guys feel about your prospectus of getting to the Breslin Center?
I think we got a great chance. We're working every day to get there, and that's our goal. That's our goal. That's what we've been thinking about all year, and that's what we keep preparing for every day to get there.
A lot of Division II schools have offered you already. Do you feel like you're one of those guys that's on the rise? The Division I offer is nearing. How's your recruitment going?
For sure, yeah. I think I can get there. Just got to keep putting in the work, and they'll find me.
Fabulous performance tonight, sir. Congratulations. You're our G of the game.
Appreciate it.
Jake Bascom, 26 points. Got to get a classic. We're back with more right after this.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Chad and Evan back with you. Rockford wins it 92-63. Some of the highlights of this game. And Evan, your thoughts on the contest as a whole?
My thought is I think we're watching a team here today that's going to make the Breslin Center. I mean, you watch this Rockford team, and I know it's so hard to come out of the west side because there's a lot of teams built like Rockford, and there's a lot of teams that can match up with them and give them a tough game. But, I mean, you watch them play today. I mean, shoot. You watch the Bascom brothers. You watch the 8 other players who scored. You watch the way that they got good looks and the way they knocked those down. That's what travels. That's what travels, especially the work on the defensive end, the deceptive lane that gave De La Salle problems all day. I mean, we were sitting here last year at the Gotta Get It Classic. We watched Cass Tech lose to Zeeland West ago. I think Zeeland West is going to make the Breslin, and they did. I'm going to call my shot. I think the Rockford Rams make the Breslin South.
All right, big win tonight. 26 from Jake Bascom, 19 from Phoenix Glasser. We're next with Brother Rice taking on Muskegon next. Thanks for watching.